Top story tonight, almost $500 billion in automatic cuts to Medicare that could be triggered if President Donald Trump's budget bill becomes law. Today, the legislation passed in the Senate, and now it's making its way back to the House for another round of voting. WSAV's Christine Quayle joins us now to break down exactly what those cuts could look like and who could be affected the most.
Yes, Ben, so this bill would lead to several cuts directly to federal programs like Medicaid or SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps. But the potential effects on Medicare would be more of a side effect of other conditions built into the bill, yet a side effect that could still lead to cuts for millions of people who rely on Medicare.
To be without medical insurance at the time of my life when I need it the most, oh my gosh, it would be just awful.
Katherine Rosine is one of millions of Georgia seniors whose primary insurance coverage is Medicare. She's also one of the millions at risk of having her benefits cut.
Most people haven't heard that seniors could potentially face $500 billion, $500 billion in automatic cuts. It's heartbreaking.
Here's how that would play out. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the bill would increase the federal deficit by trillions of dollars, which experts say could trigger some spending cuts.
They need to kind of pay for that through this kind of complicated process known as sequestration, which basically means clawing back a specific percentage of federal spending on certain programs, including Medicare.
You will see people getting emails that they're no longer qualified, or that their services are narrowing, or that the premiums that they're going to have to pay out of pocket are exponentially higher.
But there is an action lawmakers could take to avoid the cuts to Medicare.
Congress votes to kind of wipe the slate clean, and they have done that in all previous cases where there was a requirement for sequestration.
But even if separate legislation prevents Medicare cuts, as the bill is written, there would still be significant cuts to Medicaid.
What we did with Medicaid was to stabilize it and sustain it and save it. Make it better for those who truly need it. That is the most vulnerable in our society, the aged, blind, disabled, mothers and children. That's who we made it better for.
Medicaid makes Medicare affordable. Medicare is really expensive. There are monthly premiums and co-pays, co-insurance, deductibles. So Medicaid pays for those costs for Medicare enrollees with low incomes. And the bill would roll back rules that put in place protections to help people enroll and maintain that financial assistance.
And since several provisions in the bill have been significantly altered since it's made its way through the Senate, the bill will now go back to the House. The president says he wants to sign the bill on July 4th, which is this Friday. Christine Quayle, WSAV News 3, on your side.